right started, I guess. Went over a lot of stuff about where I'm gonna, what my plans are. I got the ideas for building a certain product. I figured out some things about growing. Two or three of the items in order to actually. Well, there's the machine, the oxygen and atmosphere things. They'll get oxygen out of the atmosphere. I'll have that done. Then I'll probably make the base, and the farm is going to be on the planet. I haven't decided which one yet. But the farmer and whatever, I have to build that hyperdrive in order to get to the other two systems to hire those people. There's, well, I got my book here just to kind of go over it really quick. So first I have to get the overseer, but before I even get him, hire him, I've got to build the base. I think that's what it, I'm going by the storyline, which is called The Awakening. And then after that, it leads me to building the base, and that actually leads me to the Atlas story, which I kind of went over with earlier, but I don't know the whole aspect of it, so it's just kind of good. I mean, I have an idea, but there's going to be, I think, a lot of work prior to getting into those missions, even though I'll have the qualifications to start them. I can see where getting a better ship is going to be nice. It's going to cost me money. Maybe getting a freighter and doing a local trade. I want to see if I can. That's something I was supposed to write. I was supposed to ask. Damn it. There's a question. Let me just. Find. What is this? My Steam account. Okay. I don't know if the question that I have is, the universe is. Wait a minute. Let me see here. Procedural client side or. So there's this procedural aspect of how things are done. I don't know. Stated that one might spend 40 hours of game time to reach the center of the galaxy if they did not perform any side quests. Well, I will be doing side quests. I don't even know why. What's the importance of getting to the center of the galaxy? They're talking about servers. If the game runs client side 100%, we all have hackers, blah, 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 blah. So there won't be simple cheat. Elite has some server-side procedural content generation, but No Man's Sky has a fully client-side. This is what this says right here. It says even. When was this post? This was like 3 freaking years ago. It said it was client side. And the reason why is if it's client side procedurally generated, that means people can only join your system, or you can only join somebody else's system. Because your universe is not going to be the same as anybody else's. No Man's Sky has fully client-side procedural content generation. It works offline for everything you see, and use only basic asset textures, models, sounds that are shaped by the engine. Gags I've curious and you see No Man's Sky where all these mesh texture sound models which you call basic assets stored. Let's see, this person doesn't know. Behind the story, found appears text by the procedural generation. What? That's a video? This is
I mean, this is kind of like the planet that we showed at E3. I really like to kind of point out to people, I guess, that it's a real place, you know? It's a planet, and it's kind of rotating around the sun and stuff. And that, like, you can walk in any direction, and you can walk for days and days, and depending on the size of the planet, weeks and weeks, and you will eventually walk the whole way around the planet, you know, and come back to where you started. And I like that you're orbiting around the sun and stuff like that, and that you can look up in the sky and see that, like, there's actual features and things like that on the other planets that you can see, and that they're real places too, that you're in, like, a solar system. You know, it's kind of cool doing this on the E3 build, because a lot of people would have seen just the quick 3 minutes that we showed or whatever, but it wasn't some level that we built or something like that, even though I think it looks quite nice in places. You know, it's a procedurally generated world, and like you can look down into the caves and things, like you can see an exit down there, and that like exit is, I can see it's in like the low lot, so it's like over 1 kilometer away, you know, and I can see down here this huge cave network, and I've never really been down there, but I know that when I've gone down there before, like just a little bit, it just goes on and on forever, and you can get totally lost.
I think people watching this would wonder why you're showing this area again. Like, what's so special about demoing the game on this planet?
Oh, no, it's just a place that looks nice. We don't have a particularly, like, big team, so we just focus on making sure that we get the most out of our, like, our build that we bring together or whatever. But we don't have to stay here. I can just go into flycam and I can like head out into space. And like you can see, it's real quick, and we've got a whole bunch of planets here and stuff like that around us. And I can just head down onto this other planet that we went down to.
Are they normally that close together too?
Not always. It was a really difficult thing to bring together a build to show on stage, because we had really limited time, you know. And I remember like Sony being a bit worried that we have this crazy ambitious game, but it's quite hard to boil down into a quick,
Sony?
like,
They're not backed by Sony,
soundbite of a trailer, if you know what I mean. So it was important that we chose planets that were really close together. But they are closer together generally in the game than you would find in real life in our universe.
Okay.
And that's a
okay.
conscious decision that we've made.
That's no
I
big
was sort
deal.
of against it to begin with. Grant, our artist, kind of won out because he was saying, like, show me a piece of
Yeah, but people want to
sci-fi
get to
concept art
where they're
that doesn't
going, you
have
know, not have
crescent
to fly
planet
around all
hanging on
day.
the horizon. And I was like,
A little bit of flying, you
that
know.
piece of sci-fi concept. So
No big
it's like,
deal.
fair enough. This is, you know, he was like, you said you wanted sci-fi book covers. That's sci-fi book covers. So planets are a little closer than they would be. That's both for like an aesthetic reason, but also for like gameplay reasons. The reality is, you want things to just be maybe a little bit closer together, so that you have that freedom to go and visit planets. Mm-hmm. You want to spend most of your time doing that rather than traveling.
Yeah.
But it's only a little bit, actually. We have some planets that are like really, really far away, you know, and I like when that happens as well. It's just they tend to be a little bit closer on average. So yeah, the thing I was going to show you is kind of how these terrains are generated a little bit. So like I can fly over this terrain, and this is about the speed that you go at when you're flying in the ship kind of over the terrain. It's really fast, like surprisingly fast. You don't quite register it here because we're in like a debug cam and there's no camera shake or anything like that to give you any cues. But what's happening as we go around is you can see this slight amount of like, it's not popping, but you can see the world fading in. Mm-hmm. And what's happening is like it's actually being generated as I fly around. None of this exists on the like disc. None of it exists on the machine. Oh my God,
really?
Like on your PS4 or whatever. None of it exists in the cloud. It's just generating from like a set of maths functions.
That is
always generating
awesome.
the same way because it's maths. Like any maths formula, you take the same input and you put it into that math formula and you'll get the same output. And for our game, the formula like is really complex. Well, a series of really simple formulas actually laid on top of each other to create something quite complex, which is the universe. So that's our formula for like the universe and for the planets and everything else. And the input is your position. So you give it any position in that universe and it will create everything that you see around you. That's the output. So for instance, like there's no real loading time. All the time that you ever have, no matter where you go in the universe, is just the time it takes to generate the world around you. So I can actually like go much faster if I
So this is client
hold
side.
down the left trigger. I'm just in a in debug cam. I can go a lot faster, and you can see the player will never be able to go this fast, but you can see I start to outrun the world, right? Mm-hmm. But then if I stop, you'll see the world generate around me. And like
that's a fast
that's to a real
He's
high
got
level
there.
of detail, so I can like zoom down, right down to kind of a single rock, right? And then I can kind of like pop back up real quick, and I can be out in space and kind of take a look around.
Now, see, that's what I like about
Why
this game.
haven't other developers done this before you?
I don't know. Some people have done things a little bit like this. You know, no one's quite gone to this taken it this far before. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think one part of it is that like this is a kind of a next gen idea. So mostly as developers, we actually just use more and more powerful machines to just make more and more pretty graphics, basically. So we actually have the same games generation after generation, the same kind of first-person shooters, the same things happen in them, but generally we anti-alias them more or have more specular maps or whatever. And what we're doing is applying like an awful lot of the power of the hardware towards just generating the world around you, rather than it being a pre-baked thing that you load up off disk. And you need a pretty powerful machine to do that. That, I guess, is what's quite next-gen about it, you know. There's not that much that we're doing that like just hasn't been done. I just don't think it's been brought together before, you know. There's things that
I think they did a hell of a good job about it. What else we got here?
We killed kind of thing. It's like this runaway train now. We're doing it. So that's actually true, that you hit problems and you think, oh my God, we'll never be able to solve this. And then you sort of think, well, we have to. So you do. You know?
Does it feel that much more challenging than previous games you've worked on?
Yeah, definitely. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. Yeah, without a doubt.
So you guys are dumb enough to try this and smart enough to pull it off.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. Okay. So far. So the idea is that we like generate the planets. That was a big thing for me growing up, you know, was like actually id were huge for me when I was thinking getting into games. Just thinking they seemed like a small team and they seemed to be having a lot of fun and seemed to like, you know, be doing amazing things. And that was a really big deal for me.
And you got that sense just from the games themselves?
I think the personality did come through in the games, like, you know.
Alright, so anyway, let's pop that off. So I think that pretty much answers my question. So I'm going to go ahead and, so there's really no sense in going all over this stuff. I just got to I want to check this other planet out and see where it's located, what kind of planet it is, that sort of thing. And I hope to God I don't die. Permadeath. I have 5 hours. So I discovered that one other world, and that had the paraffin stuff on it. But I'm still worried about, can I survive? I want to see if this other planet is lush, or has a lush biome. I sort of feel like I'm okay. I might go back. I might buy some of those oxygen packs, because I think I can make some more money. So that might be. I'll probably do that before I go. I wonder. I should check those pilots coming in. I wonder if they sell those. Sulfurine. The lush planet is for. Let's go up here and see. There's nobody else here. Maybe there'll be a ship come in here. I want to wait till a ship comes in. They're usually pretty frequent. So I'll just hang out here. I want to see if they've got those oxygen things. Let me see. There's... I've got a bunch of there's a ship right there. They don't stay very long. Oh, that's another one of these guys. And I didn't even know that I could do this. There's another ship might be coming in here. It takes a while to talk to these people, but I can kind of just jump ahead here. So what I want to do is buy. And I'm looking for 403. Another ship just came in. Oh, 2 of them came in. Oh god, Jesus. Not too bright of me, just stepping right in front of the machine while it's still moving. That's 403. They might be the same. That other guy took off already. Let's go in and find out how much some things are up here. I think there are a lot more. This is our trade network hub here. We've got 5. Does it say? It doesn't say. On here, what I have. I'll actually go over that. Actually, let's just look here first. That's 403. That's weird. All right, so. Where's my suit? There's my life support. It's 50%. For the life support item, It uses the hydrogen jelly. It only uses one of them. The hydrogen jelly is rather expensive. I got 107. I've made... I have to use them for the jumps. The launch fuel. And it uses a fair amount. Oh, I got 2 of the life support made. What the heck is the launch fuel? Oh god, I can't see it. I'm blind. No, wait a minute. That only uses 1. The life support. This uses 40. So I gotta make sure I've gotta have... I wanna make sure I got at least 4 jumps. And I think one of these allows for 2 jumps. I think. Where is the... I don't seem to have any more. Shit. I'm gonna get some more tritium. The carbon's okay. Why don't I have the jump fuel? I must be blind because I don't see any. I don't know, I don't know. If I could make some more. Oh, I see, 40. 40 and 40 is 80. Why don't I make 2 of them? So, I've got to have the metal plating. Shit. That uses a bunch of ferrite dust. How much of that have I got? Okay, good. I've got enough of that, so I could probably make 2 more. So let's do 2 of these, I guess.
Product constructed. Product constructed.
And
product constructed. Product constructed.
I'm wanting to make some more life support. That's my biggest worry right now. So that should be enough for... I should have enough for 6 jumps altogether. So I should be able to get back to my planet safely. And we're going to get the tritium. Oh, I got 250 tritium. Oh crap, I got 300 up in there. On my exosuit. Oh, I didn't even know this. Well, I still want to go get some more. Huh, I didn't even know I had that much. Sweet. I got 300. I want to get more tritium. I want to have that fuel for traveling. Oh shit. I gotta watch my computer because I'm doing something on another computer. I'm looking for someone to talk to. They're not showing up, so... I'm not surprised. Well, that's okay. I'd rather... not rather, but... what else? Where are we? So... I want to make some more life support. I've got to have the hydrogen jelly. Where is that? I don't have the hydrogen jelly? I thought I had a whole crap load. What the fuck? I like my new tool. That's pretty cool. My new tool. Oh. shit. You know what? I think the jelly takes 40 units. And I only got 27. Shit. But I do get oxygen, so I've got multiple ways to get oxygen. I should be okay, but I just wish I had more shit, you know? And that dehydrogen jelly, or the dehydrogen's really expensive. Maybe, I don't know if I can buy it. It's like 700 a piece. No. Is it that much? Let me go look. Let's just go look here. Oh, I could buy oxygen capsules. Ooh, those are only 400 a piece. Now, that's another way to get oxygen. Damn. Now, see, I need 600 of the paraffinium. 800. If I buy 10 of them, that's 800. If I buy 100, that's 8,000. That's a lot. Where the hell is the it's not there. Wait a minute, do I get that from somebody else? I gotta talk to this old geezer here. Oh shit, there's no old geezer here. There's a guy over here. Oh shit. I've got to build up stuff for these guys. I wonder if these guys on the ships have that dihydrogen. I thought it was like 700 apiece. Oh damn, look at all these ships. Oh, that's my ship there. Take all this oxygen. Let him starve. I kind of like to get guys, but I slapped him up, or I patted him, he didn't like it. Shit. Oh, that metal plating is expensive. Fuck. Chlorine is... Oh, he's got chromatic metal. 1 for 300, 10 for 3,000. Wow. That shit's expensive. Fuck. I don't know. Anyway. What kind of ship is this? So the ships are running in the range from 1 million minimum to around 5 million. Oh, this is 15 million. Wow. And it doesn't even have a hyperdrive advance. That's where you want to get the hyperdrive. You want to get a ship with a good hyperdrive. Oh, I didn't buy the Alright, I'm gonna buy some of these. I could buy 10 for... I don't need that many. Let's see. 5 is 2,000. Let's get 5 of them.
Product received.
That will just give me a little bit of buffer for my oxygen. And I think that's it. Now what I'm gonna do here, before I do anything, is get back out of the ship. But that's I think that, I don't know if that's tearing right there. So I'm gonna get back out of the ship, and that way it'll generate a restore point. And before I do anything else, oh wait, just a minute. I can actually go here. I'm just gonna take care of just a little bit of business here.